Hi, it's Regina, and I'm back with another fabulous recipe. You know, I love breads, but I'm a little sensitive to certain grains, so I wanted to find a way to make a basic bread recipe, and in this case, a flatbread recipe that I could use not only to eat when I'm in the mood for bread, but I could use as toast, or I could use as a taco shell. I could also use when I'm making flatbread pizza. It's very versatile. So once again, this is a very basic flatbread recipe, but when I want to take it up one or two notches, I'll add dried herbs such as rosemary, or I'll add basil, oregano, or other ingredients that I love, and even garlic. So experiment if you like, but follow this recipe if you want the basic recipe, and I will add notes to the bottom so that if you want to add those fresh herbs and ingredients, you'll know exactly the quantities to use. Okay. Now, one additional note that I will mention is that once you assemble all the ingredients, you will need to let it rest for no less than 45 minutes. So plan your day, throw in some laundry, but yes, allow it to rest for best results for 45 minutes up to an hour.
Okay, let's get started. We'll measure out 1 cup of buckwheat flour, 1 cup of spelt flour, 1/2 teaspoon sea salt, 4 tablespoons of psyllium husks, and 1/2 cup of ground flax seeds. Now we'll add 1 1/2 cups of your favorite unflavored sparkling water. I like to add sparkling water to my vegan bread recipes for a few reasons. One, there are times I like to avoid adding leaveners like baking soda and baking powder, and the carbon dioxide in the sparkling water gives the bread a little lift naturally. Now here's where you want to take your time by adding the liquid a little at a time, stirring, adding more liquid until the sparkling water has been well incorporated with the flour. Now, once you're done combining the mixture, place a clean, dry towel over the bowl and allow it to rest for 45 minutes to 1 hour. The longer, the better. Use about 1/4 cup of flour to dust your work surface and gently take the dough from the bowl, roll it around in the flour just to make sure it doesn't stick to the rolling surface. At this point, you're going to knead the dough. That's the process of flattening the dough by pushing it away from you, folding it, turning the dough a 1/4 turn, and repeating. Making sure you don't overwork the dough, so you're only going to do this process about 3 or 4 times. Next, you'll take the dough and form it into a ball. You'll roll it out into a log shape and cut into 6 to 8 even pieces. Dust your surface again and roll each section into the flour to make sure it doesn't stick to the surface when rolling. Dust your dowel or rolling pin and roll out the ball from center to edge and flatten until it has achieved a 1/8 inch thickness. If you find the dough is still too sticky to work with, just dust with a little flour. And don't worry if you don't have a perfectly round dough, just make sure it's rolled out evenly. Time to heat your pan and coat with just a little bit of avocado oil or grapeseed oil. Cook the bread 3 to 5 minutes on each side or until golden brown. You may notice some brown spots as the flatbread cooks, and that's expected.
Okay, we're done, and this is the finished product. Will you take? It's hot. So look at that. It's crusty. It's warm. Look, it doesn't break. Look how flexible it is, and that's because of the psyllium husks as well as the flaxseed. It's really nice and chewy. And I gotta admit, I don't eat a lot of dairy. It doesn't mean that I don't eat any, but I do have some from time to time, and I wanted to put some butter on it while it was still hot, and a little bit of raspberry jam, because for me, this flatbread is good as is. Oh my God, it's so good. You can use it as toast. You can keep it in the refrigerator for about 5 to 7 days. So when you just want a snack, just pop it in the toaster to reheat it. Or you can use it for an open face sandwich. I have another recipe for an open face avocado toast with a over easy egg on top. So I'll make sure that that recipe is included as well in the link below. But I mean, this is so good. You can use it for flatbread pizza. I'm actually making this as a taco shell, more like a fajita, for the fried oyster mushroom tacos. So anyway, however you'd like to do it, just let me know if you tried it out, experiment with it. And again, this is the basic recipe, and you can stop here, but if you want to go further, you can always add your favorite herbs, spices, garlic, or whatever. Okay? Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.